Hello everyone and welcome back to Transformation Thursday. I hope you guys all had a wonderful week, and I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate each and every one of you. The motivation I get from you is just amazing, incredible. So let's get right to it. My week has gone okay, I guess. I want to say that I didn't track as much as I should. I didn't drink as much water as I should. But did I eat better than I was before? Yes. So that is a plus, definitely. I haven't even gone to any fast food restaurants, even though I've seen some of you that can go to fast food restaurants and just, you're right on point with your watching what you're eating and, tracking even if it's something that's not so great, you're still tracking it, and that's wonderful. I give you so much credit for that. So I had a couple of things going on, and I'm going to let you know kind of a little bit of what's going on. If I haven't mentioned before, one of my sons is in the military, and so it's been a rough road because there's a lot of ups and downs. I'll think that he's going to be coming home and something happens where he can't. So I've been without both my kids on Easter. And that takes a lot of adjusting, especially when you're used to having your children every holiday. And, well, they're not even children anymore. They're men. They're grown. And so that is difficult. So I really didn't do much for Easter. But it was a beautiful day, so I did go and get, a lot done around the house and outside. Not as much as I would like, but you can't do everything in one day. So I had a lot of emotional ups and downs, basically. I'm missing my boys. But enough of that, because I don't want to get mushy. But the main thing is, though, is I got to tell you, I've been talking to my one son, the one that is in the military, and I let him know about my weight loss journey and, how I'm doing so far, and he has been a huge supporter. My other one would be as well, but I've just been talking more with this one just because I'm motivated by both my children, and don't get me wrong, I love them both equally. But for him, he has gone through such a struggle with his, they go through a really strict regime, and they have to do boot camp and different things like that. And he did it, and I'm so proud of him. I can't even tell you the things that he had to endure. I don't know how he did it, really, and I don't know how they do it, but they did, and they went past it, and he's doing wonderful, by the way. It's just hard not having them around. So anyhow, we were talking, and I let him know that I go on my walks, and I've let you guys know that too. I've been going on walks, and I just finally figured it out. I don't have a pedometer or anything. I should get one. But I drove my vehicle around the same path that I walk, and it ended up being 1.3 miles. And the other day, it was such a beautiful day, and I had the day off, that I actually went twice. So that was like 3-point-something miles in one day. And I also did some exercise. I really killed it that day. I was right on point. I mean, I did the 2 walks. I also did some of my workout videos that are on my playlist. If you haven't checked those out yet, make sure you do, because those are very motivating, and they really are upbeat music, and they really get you going. In fact, I need to do that today. It's a really rainy, gloomy day. I'm not going to be going for a walk. I do have to go to work soon. So excuse the way I look. I mean, believe it or not, I do dress up once in a while for work and everything. So this is just and you might see this a lot because I do have a few of these. I got them on clearance, and I just love them. They're so comfortable. So it might seem like I'm wearing the same shirt all the time. So my point is that him and I were discussing, and I feel bad that I'm even sharing this, but I just want to let you know that he has been such a motivator and such a supporter. He's like, don't you give up on yourself, even if you don't feel like doing it. In fact, that one day when I went for the one walk, I told him how great it felt. And I said, I'm thinking about doing it again, but I don't know. I just don't feel like it. He's like, do it. So I did. And it felt wonderful. So, he pushed me, and he pushes me past my limit, which is wonderful. And we were even talking last night, well, not talking, but texting on Facebook and things like that. And we do call each other a lot too. But he told me the main things. And number one, he said, keep on routine. He said, do things at the same time every day, which I do try. It's difficult. I'm working 40 hours a week. On my days off, there's just so much to do. But I need to make time for myself, and I need to remember that. So that's a number one. Number two, he said, write out the reasons that you go. Like he's talking about going for walks. So you can visualize the positives. And he said, instead of because, he said, 'cause. Humans are visual learners. It's a lot easier for you to get things done if we can see the results or advantages. And that is so true. Like if you see your weight dropping, you just have that pep in your step, and you just feel so great, and you feel like your clothes are fitting better and everything. And then when you gain the weight, you feel bloated, and you just don't feel good, and you feel sluggish. And weather has a major part in that too. Like today I said it's really rainy and just not very good at all. So it does play a big, huge part in that. So let's get to the weight for this week and how I think I'm doing. Like I said, I'm trying to fit in more water, so I'm working on that. I did go ahead and buy a couple pops. Not the same day, but I've had a couple, and I've been trying to cut that out completely because of the calories. Like I like the regular, I don't like the diet. And another thing, coffee. I need to slow down on coffee because it's just not good for you. And I love my coffee, but instead of having like 1 cup in the morning, I'll have like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4. And I need to stop that. So I'm going to work on that, because it's just a waste of points. And not only that, but it gives you that high and then you get the low afterwards, and it's just not good. Sugar levels. So let's see. So last week I had a total loss of 3.6 pounds, which was amazing. And a lot of that I had to attribute to just, keeping on track, exercising, and exercise is a big role in losing weight. And this is my week 10, by the way, and others that had started this, Transforming Melody and Rhonda from Spanky Cola, they started this, and they started their journey before I did. So they're like on week 13, I believe it is, and I'm only on week 10 officially that I started making videos. And so last week I had reached 185. I can't remember what it was, but it's point something. And that was wonderful because I got down into the 185, so it's a whole new bracket. I started out at 199 point something, and which is really heavy for me because I'm only 5'3", so I'm short. I'm really 5'2.5", but hey, who's counting? And this is the heaviest I have been since the birth of my first child, so it's just a lot different for me. And it seems so much harder to take it off too. I've had so many times where I've lost tons of weight, and I'm so up and down. It's ridiculous. But I've never been at this weight since I was pregnant with my first child, because I gained, let's see, for my first child I had gestational diabetes. I gained 68 pounds at the time, and that was 24 years ago. So, but yes, I have lost a lot of weight in between, and I've been on Weight Watchers in the past, and I would lose the weight, but then I would just think that I could do it on my own, and I would stop doing the program, and I would just gain it back, if not more. So that's the vicious cycle that a lot of us are facing. And a lot of us are also facing the fact that when we lose a lot of weight, all of a sudden we think that we can go and eat whatever we want, and then when it comes time to a couple days before weigh-in, we're like struggling to try to lose that weight that we just gained. Like, for example, just the other day I weighed myself and it was 187, so I had gained weight, and I saw that, and I had even packed some of my soup that I did a previous video on. I packed that in my lunch, and I was going to have that. I was going to have a crab meat, which is 1 point. I was going to have a mozzarella stick, which is another point. And I was going to have, I think it was an orange, which is 0. But anyways, the soup would have been about 5, and the crackers would have been about 2, so 7 points right there. But when I saw that I had gained that weight, I took that soup right out and I stuck it in my freezer. I wasn't going to eat it. So that's what I do to myself. And then last night for dinner, all I packed was literally just the crab stick, the mozzarella stick, and an orange. And let me tell you, that's pretty much not eating hardly anything. Now with my weight, I'm only allowed 29 to 30 points a day. And that is points plus or smart points or whatever. So that's not very much, and you feel kind of deprived sometimes. So it is hard. And I don't have any weeklies or anything. I haven't done that program where you use your weeklies, or I haven't taken points for fitness or anything like that. I stick to the 30 a day, and that is it. And sometimes I go over, but hey, that's just the way it goes. I'm working on it. So this week, I am 185.8, which means that I gained 0.2, which is really nothing. But it's not a loss. I was hoping for a loss, but it's my own fault. I'll be quite honest with you. The one night we had tacos, and I even had fat-free beans, but I think that just the amount that I ate, I think, had to contribute to it. And not only that, but my special aunt that we all adore is going to be visiting very shortly. And we all know how that goes with our bodies. I also made angel food cake for Easter, and we had that with cherries and Cool Whip, and that was really good. And by the way, when they say, I wish I would have videotaped it. When they say don't put angel food cake in a plastic bowl, they're serious about that, because I did that. And let me tell you, if you ever need a science experiment for your kids, like a volcano erupting, just put angel food cake mix into your plastic bowl and you'll see. It went all over the place. It was hilarious. So I'm sorry you missed that. But yeah, so 0.2, not too bad, you know. I mean, it is a gain. And I'm hoping to do at least some of my playlist exercises today. So that's what I need to do right after this. I mailed out my Secret Sister gift today. And unfortunately, it's going to take probably about a week for them to get it. But I know that they'll enjoy it. And I hope that it helps them in some way, shape, or form. And I just want to appreciate everyone out there for their support. So guys, I hope that this finds you having a wonderful week. And just stay encouraged, because we are all here for each other. And we're here to pretty much tell you that you're not going to give up, and that's for sure. And next week will be a better week. So until next Thursday, or if you see me before that, have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.